My name's Charles Feldman. I'm the Director of Communications at Mental Health Consumer Advocates of Rhode Island. I'm also the Chair of the Mental Health Recovery Coalition of Rhode Island. Some of the mental health advocates met with the governor before, when she was running for governor, and here are some of the things she said. She said, we need a strategy for economic growth. We need to bring back manufacturing. These are notes I took from what she said. We need to bring back manufacturing jobs. We need pension reform to avoid cuts in mental health treatment, because she was meeting with mental health advocates. We need to break down silos in social service organizations, and Bob Cooper spoke to that we have these silos that you get treated for one thing in one place and another thing in another place. She said, I want to be the governor that ends homelessness. She said, we should invest in community mental health versus spending. And then she talked about one of her opponents, Mayor Fung, and she said he wants a $200 million tax cut. Okay? So as a person living with mental illness and working in the mental health field, I want to stress the idea of peer support is one thing. Peer support is important for people living with mental illness, and the waiver request, the update on the 1115 waiver request, which another committee is working on, really goes into detail about how Medicaid should support peer supporters in the mental health system. Peer specialists support individuals in accessing resources, recovery. They provide models. They guide individuals in developing and implementing recovery. They educate individuals regarding services available in transitioning into staying in the workforce and navigating state and local systems, including addiction and mental health treatment, and mentoring individuals as they develop strong foundations in recovery and wellness. Also, John Dupre in Woonsocket, I know spoke to this little, but San Antonio, Texas is supposed to have saved $5 million by providing a common entry point into mental health services where people get employment, housing, medication, all sorts, anything in peer support, all in one place, no silos. In fact, Dale, who's on this committee, when he first came to the Providence Center, he had a button created that said Silo Busters, and it was a superhero who was Silo Buster, as I recall. And so we got to take down the silos not only within a mental health center, but in the state as a whole. What was it? Pages sticking together. Oh yes, and in Denver, what they did was they appointed a mental health strategist, and this is someone who would oversee the whole mental health system and strategize how the state is spending how Denver, the city, is spending its money. That's another thing to consider. I just want to talk just for a few seconds about my own personal recovery. I started off going to programs at the Providence Center. Then I worked for NAMI Rhode Island for almost 15 years, and I got a lot of peer support there. And now I work for Mental Health Consumer Advocates of Rhode Island. And the peer support that I've gotten, as well as the professional treatment, has allowed me to recover. And I want to see that, and now I am a certified peer recovery specialist myself. And I want to see that people in the future have the advantages that I had. And I hope that they still have them. Thank you.